All right. Are we already? It is already the 2023 Fall Major. And today is Monday's qualifying round. I'm gonna play my odd account in pro, and I'm going to try not to qualify today, but I want to go out there and play it. Like if I catch it, I may qualify today, but I want to just go out there and play. I've played all these holes from pro, these courses. So we got brand new holes. They've redesigned Granite Point, but I played all these Granite Point holes thousands of times when they were in Tour 7, and it shouldn't be too bad. So hopefully, let's see. I have no idea. Let's go look for him. Let's go. Golf Clash Tommy, hole number 1, Fall Major. All right. Now, in rookie, let's think, because I'm going to have to think about, in rookie, you can get your red line up in here and no overpower. You can actually pull back a little from the red line and take the shot. So I'm thinking in pro, we're 30 yards further back. I'm not sure if we can still do it with a 3 power ball and just overpower it. So we could probably do that on any day that there was side wind or tailwind. But if there's a headwind day, we're going to have to rethink our deal. The other way we can go at it from the tee box is we can come this way and try and bring it out here in front. Now, I will tell you, the one thing I see a lot of people do, and I've done this myself 1,000 times, is you're focused on here and you're focused on where you're going to end up, but you're not paying attention to that second bounce. And your ball guide's going off in this direction, and in order to get it to go to the cup, you put some curl on it, and you got to watch that second bounce, because in most cases, the second bounce is going to be like right here. And when you, in your trajectories like this, so when you think about your arc, when you go to put that curl on it to try and bring it towards the cup, you're now right here. And I see a lot of people end up in the sand and in the rough right there where they clip it. So just be cognizant of that if you're trying to go around that way. I have really no idea. I'm probably just going to overpower it over there, but we'll see. It's either going to be number 1 bag. And let me set, I got these bags set up for toward 9. Let me switch them out. We will take a, no, we don't need a guardian. We need a sniper. And I got a big topper bag, and I got a Goliath, and I want to make sure I have one bag that's got a Goliath. And let's take a Thor's hammer here. And we'll take a sniper there. And a grizzly. All right, I'm gonna start off. We'll start off with that bag, and we'll see what the deal is, and we'll start off with just a 3 power ball, and we'll see what we need to do, like what our options are. This is a hole right here. There's a lot of holes, I mean, like the par 5s, you hit out, and then you still got a shot from distance, but there's 2 of the par 4s here. We really need to bring out whatever we need to out of our bag in order to get hole number 1. I think it's hole number 1 and hole number 8 are the 2 par 4s that we really need to get. Hole number 1. Out on the course. If I can get an opponent. Anybody else playing rookie? Pro? I mean, is there anybody else playing pro? Like, I'm playing in the pro tournament. You're playing in the pro tournament. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. That would help speed up the process, as if during tournament time they would loosen that up just a bit. Okay. So max OP. I'm going to do 30%. 1.3 times 6.5 divided by 2. 422, 4.22 rings, 4 1/4. There's 4 1/4. I did a little more. That was actually 4 1/3. And I hit it 7,000 rings, great to the left. If I can make the first bounce, I might be all right. I actually am going to hit in that spot where I'm going to run across the green and end up in the rough on the other side. Could have taken a couple. Well, if I'd hit it to the right where I was aiming, I don't think it would have rolled out like that. The good news there is that you got to do overpower with a 3-power ball. That means you don't have to do any overpower with a 5 on a tailwind day. On a tailwind or a sidewind day, on headwind days, you'd have to rethink it. Rethink it. I should have tried for the other side just to go. Maybe I should go practice this and look at it from the other. That shot right there is the way to go. And on tailwind and sidewind days, literally those days, we need to make it easy on ourselves and bring out a 5-power ball. On headwind days, we'll just have to take a chance. That was not perfect. It wasn't even close. I think it was in the same ball guide. I think somewhere in that ball guide right there was a perfect, but that wasn't it. All right. I think we have a little bit of a plan for... I'm not sure how much change there's been on hole number 1. It does seem a little different, but it's playing pretty much the same. No dice. I'm going to miss my putt on purpose so I can start. So if I get down on some of these other ones and I make some shots, I'm not just barely eking in. Good luck in the tournament. Good luck, my friend. Probably a freaking replay. More than likely, because there's nobody else playing pro. Nobody. Hole number 2. All right, these racetrack holes. Jeez. Now, I did notice yesterday, these trees, it used to be if you were hitting from here going to the green, these trees were right here, and you were hitting through the center of the trees. There was a spot. You couldn't put in any curl. You couldn't do anything. You had to hit that line. So you came out on the other side wherever you came out, and the only movement you could put on the ball was with spin. But they've moved the trees over, and we do have a straight up line, and there is a shot if you bring a backspin club where you can start. I'm going to try this with a Guardian, because now they changed this. This used to be the whole, this whole area here all went down, but it seems like it's like washed up in the back, and then when you're on the other side, it kind of comes down, and it's over here. It's not, there's not as much of a backboard over here as there used to be, but there still is in the very back. Let's just go try it. Let's just go try it. Let's see what, and I have no idea what kind of an adjustment to do. Let's see what Tommy says. What does Tommy say? Tommy says a 20. But that might be from rookie. Times 5.7 divided by whatever club I'm in. Okay, there's driver. So what could use a Thor's hammer here. There's max. I'm at max club. .7, 4 rings. There's 3, 4. Hitting it perfect. Now you can swing it around and do the backboard stuff. I just wanted to see how it plays out and whether we can still, whether there's still enough to get back to the. And I set that up on the row of checkers that the cup is on. If here's the row of checkers that the cup was on. I was up here at the top, right, and ended up 5 squares over. So just wondering if there's, like, since it's opened up here now, whether there's still a rough bump down there that we can do. There was, the old way, there was a rough bump, but it was super dangerous because you couldn't quite get to the absolute best spot because of the trees. But now you may be able to get to that spot. Man, look, what a freaking, what a hole. Fucking racetracks. And it's not as big a racetrack now as it used to be. And the other one is not even, doesn't even resemble the racetrack that it was. Like this one, the other hole, they've kind of flattened it out on the right hand side, but the other hole was a bigger racetrack than this one. It's like going to Bristol for all you NASCAR fans. Hole number 3. All right. Now this hole, let me think here. This getting down into this area here and coming around the corner, they've shortened this gap up. Now the way it used, okay, this used to not, we never hit over here. We always hit to this spot right here and then drove the cup, and this little finger wasn't here, and but when they made this change, this area here, this area went like this. And then it went up to the rough that was up at the top. And so as you went up the thing, if you had a little bit of speed at the end of your run, you were losing a lot of speed because it was trying to go uphill. And it'd slow you down a lot. But this isn't uphill anymore. I think this is all like in a bowl down here now. And the rough area is kind of like this. I came out here yesterday and I think I hit a grate to the right, and I ended up, I tried to get over. And I'm not sure I made it. I got caught a little bit in the rough. I had my trajectory was off. I was on this side right here. That was the grate to the right. Let's see what we can get done here. Let's take out that bag right there. And a 3 side spin ball. We have wind blowing in our direction. 0.2 times. I'm gonna do a 20% adjustment on the drive, and I'm gonna try and set up a blind curl shot. So I'm gonna, like, I may not hit it on this one, but I need to pay attention so that I can the next time I can make an adjustment to try and get it down the line. I think I need to be like 3 rings off. I think the other day I was 3.5 and I hit a grate to the right and I missed it, but if I hit it perfect, it'd have been right. And I want it to be so that if you hit a grate to the right, it still works, and a grate to the left still works, but a perfect is perfect. Of course. Of course. In rookie, now I'm not sure about pro, but like in rookie going down into that spot, you definitely, like I've always done like a 10% adjustment down there, and there is an adjustment. And it will carry, so if you get way down there to the tip and you don't make the right adjustment, it could carry you too far and you could clip the rough, and you are smoked if you were down there in trouble. You ain't recovering. You could make a shot from distance, but you're going to have to make a shot from distance because you ain't getting on the green. And they might have hit that slightly too far. No, they still got it. Hey, Buster! Sorry about that. All right, we can get up there with max OP or a bigger ball, and I'm not sure. I am not sure whether or not. Man, we might have enough. I'm going to do 2 rings off. That's freaking narrow. 4.7 divided by 1.5. 3.76 rings. We'll see. That was 2 rings, and I really don't. There's not any room there, so if this doesn't work, I'll have to bring out a bigger ball. And I'm still not going to be able to get enough angle. And in that area, having to do overpower on a tailwind day, like I could have used the wind there, but like on a headwind day, that's probably not going to work. Bigger ball. What would be nice is to bring out a ball in that spot right there where I don't have to get any closer than 2 rings, and maybe bring out like a 3 or a 4 sidesman ball, or 4 sidesman ball, so I can get that extra little bit. The good news is that from that area that I'm at, you can easily, you got a shot. I mean, you got the same shot to the cup. It's a big ass green. Yeah, I'm at max. .3 divided by 2. 3.2 rings. There's 3-2. Getting it perfect. Get in the hole. Be close. Be close. Yeah, not even close. I did a 20% there. And it seems like I did this shot yesterday in Rookie, and I didn't pull it enough as well. And I think in Rookie I only did like a 10, but I needed to do like maybe a 20 or a 30. I did 10 or 20 there, and that was definitely not enough. And yes, it was with a rough iron, but that rough iron can is pretty, you can get close on perfects if you set it up. And that wasn't close. All right. This hole right here, I've had a surprising, especially in the original configuration, I've had a surprising amount of, it was a really hard hole to Albie. I've had a surprising amount of Albies on this hole. And I played a lot of Tour 7 when this course was in Tour 7, and I love it. And then this course was in, this Greenock Point, no, I take that back. Greenock Point was in 2, 3, 4, it was in Tour 4 and Tour 10. Gotta love it. All right, what do we got here? All right, let's just go play this one. This is the par 3, and I'm not sure. I tried to do, there's 2 of these holes, and there's 2 or 3 of these holes that really are about the same. There was a hole that we were playing last tournament before last, that I got confused with another one. It's like there's a rough bump that's there, but it's super dangerous. And then I was out playing with Kyle or something. He's like, just do the rough bump. And I'm like, it's on that curvature. And he goes, no, this is the course with the flat. And then I looked at it and was like, well, shit, it is flat. It's the other hole with the rounded ones. And I think this is the hole that's got the, I got nothing. I'd really like to do a rough bump here, right where my opponent's at. My opponent has a katana. They got 4 and 3, and that I think is too much. Here's the deal. Your minimum distance for a driver is the same with a rock that it is for a freaking APOC, a maxed out APOC. The minimum distance for all drivers is always the same. And so they got to be towards minimum there. And if they wanted better ball guides so they could tell, like a quarterback or a rock, I mean, quarterback's going to get developed pretty quick. 1 point. I'm going to do a 30% adjustment. I have no idea if that's right, but it seems like it's... might be. Let's bring a rock. The rock. The rock. Times 6.4, and I'm at minimum club, divided by 1.3. 6.4 rings. Wow. I guess we're right back to 6.4. 5, 6, 4. Oh! Well, that'll tell us if we overpulled it. Because I put about... and that 30% might have been super close. Super close. Super. Dagnabbit. The way that it worked there, I added 30% and it's 1.3 per ring. Those balanced out, so it just basically came to one to one. I hit a 1 ring great, and that was about 1 ring off. So I really want to see what that 30 looks like. That's gonna, I think, put us close. My teammates have... I haven't went and looked at the chat room. My teammates have been posting shots for different holes with percentages. I need to go through. After I get done with this, I'm going to sit down this afternoon and watch video and make a note sheet. So I actually have it. This game is so much easier to play if you write notes. And this is why it's so important to record your own video, because like I'm not worried about my notes right now. I'm just out playing, and then I'll go back and watch this video, and then I can sit down and take notes and figure out what I did. We do have the replay where you can go in and hit the replay and see it, but it's so much better if you're recording your own video and then talk to yourself. That way when you go back and listen to it, you're like, hey, don't forget to do that. Or damn, I should have did that on there, and then you can write that on your notes when you go back. Record your own video. All right, I love this hole, and this hole has changed. Okay, first of all, this sand trap was more right here, and there was another sand trap over here, and trying to get over this was pretty impossible, but I did see my opponent yesterday get over to here in rookie. I'm not sure in pro whether we can do that or not, and there is definitely a distance thing out here. You've got to get past that line if you want to do a rough bump, or you won't have the distance. You'll have to bounce it off of here. And I really want to get up there to the spot where we can do the rough bump. Like, really want to get up there. It almost feels like they've lengthened it out, but it's hard to tell. I'm going to let's take something that's got some accuracy. And the deal is on that second shot, I'm going to put it out there with a 3-power ball and see where I'm at. And we'll see if I need to up that ball, or if it's just a matter of getting more distance. And I'm going to do 20% on the drive. APOC. Power 3, precision 2, and this would definitely be a hole. Like once you get this lined up where you're out in the spot and and you're working on your adjustment to the cup, once you get that adjustment worked out to the cup, this is definitely a hole for a precision, because this is a killer Albie. Could somebody go out there and cut that tree down? At least print it. Come on. Get a ladder. My opponent hit perfect, and they went too far. That was a good spot, though. I think that was probably the distance they needed. What in the shit? Man, there is just no good spot here. I don't like any of these spots. Fuck it, if I'm going to do that, I might as well go for it. I'm going to clip that tree. Did I clip it? I went through it, but I actually was able to make it out of it. What kind of deal is that? Don't do curl hair. That tree that I was claiming that we needed to go cut down, that tree is definitely in our way. I'm pretty sure that this hole is going to be a little bit easier with a bigger ball. And it will definitely help you on the other side, because you really want to get to that rough bump. You got a great shot bouncing it off of this area here and then going to the cup. The deal I don't like about that is you're bouncing that bounce right there, and then there's like a freaking 10-foot elevation change where it goes down to the next one. A lot of stuff can happen to your ball between that first bounce and going in the cup. The rough bump is, if you can get to that first bounce, you might have it. .8, 8.16 rings. Great to the right does not a perfect make. I did a 20% adjustment on that at Max Club, so it was 1.2 times 6.8, so it was 8.16 rings. Would have liked to have hit that perfect. I think I would have been on the other side of the cup. If I'd hit it perfect, I think I would have smoked the outside edge. I need to go back. It's a catch-22. I need to go back and watch probably 3 or 4 times ago when we played this hole. Maybe 5 or 6 times ago when we played this hole. I came out one day and I figured out the adjustment to the cup, and really after that point started making a lot of albies on this hole. But they have changed. The deal is you can go back and look at that and you say, oh yeah, we always do a 10% on that. And then you go to the hole and it's like a 10% doesn't work at all. They have changed that stuff. So all of those numbers that we had in the past, you can throw that shit away, because it feels like they've massively changed. I was talking to Dale Appleby, well, last time we talked, and we were talking about the numbers that we see on the screen, like the wind's 4.5, but how that wind's affecting your ball and the extra adjustment you have to do, that stuff is not the same anymore. At least that's what it feels like to me. 5. Okay. Hole number 6. Hole number 6. All right. Now this is a par 4 that is definitely doable, and they have changed this, but yesterday, at least in Ricky, the shot out to here was pretty much the same. Now with a 3 power ball and max overpower, I can get right here in Ricky, so shit, I'm going to be way off. You're either going to have to bring out a bigger power ball in order to get into this window so that you can try and drive it over there, or you're just going to lay it up. The deal about laying it up over here is, think about, now this pin placement's a little bit different, and you can see how much drop there is on the top here from the shadow that's on the green where it's coming down to the cup. And what you really don't want to do is have to come out the hole where your ball's encountering that and you're getting the thing. You want to be down on this side where you're below it. So if we think about drawing a line from the cup, and we're trying to get away from all of this movement, we're trying to be on this line out here, you really need to be at the tip. But not just at the tip. The tip in the front here is not nearly as good as the tip in the back, even though you're a little bit further away, because it opens up that angle just that little teeny bit. So if you're coming out here and you're thinking of this landing area, this zone, and we break it into quadrants, this quadrant here, in my opinion, is better than this quadrant. Just for the shot to the cup, trying to be consistent. So if we do have to lay it up over here, that's where I'm going to be aiming. If we're going out in this direction, obviously getting up here to the front and getting in the short iron range is cool, but I think in pro, the only way that we're going to really be able to get that is with a 5 power ball. Maybe. Let's go look at it. Especially against a headwind. Because this is one of those deals where on the tee box is up here, the first landing spot's here, and so getting to that area, we're going to have, let's say in the past we've added on 20%. Well, shit, we got a headwind today. I'll bet you that wind's going to push up against that as if it was twice as strong. So at the angle that the wind's blowing, we really have about maybe, 2 miles an hour pushing against us. And let's mark on this, let's look really good at where their max overpower spot, if they hit to that side. Well, that's an interesting approach to it. That was a huge pull. Ooh, that's bad. That damn near clipped that tree. That was nice, dude. That was a nice shot. Nice shot. Very nice. That might be the only way to go at it. That might be the deal. I'm going to do a 7.5 adjustment, a whole ring set. I'm going to do a little more than that. Isn't it perfect? They've moved that. I can't believe that I hit that, or I overshot that and hit that. That's amazing. What the hell just happened there? Did I over carry that far against the headwind? I'm gonna have to go look and see like where that ball bounced, because that is. That pushed me back. That little 2 mile an hour wind. Did that push me back into that rough area? This is once again a valuable reason why it's, I mean, you can go back and look at your replays, but like being able to go back and look at this. And the other thing is, you know, looking at your opponent's stuff. I know you can watch their replays, but being able to come in here and pause it and do the reverse math and then see what they did. And well, this is not an area that we want to have to recover from very often. Six, 3. Another 6, 3, right back to the red line. Hitting it perfect. That is funny. This is one hole. I don't know what the deal is with this hole, whether it's the wind or what the deal is, but where the sand has gotten out of the sand trap and is now out on the freaking fringe. This, look at the sand. Like, what kind of greenskeepers do we have? Do you guys, I am in the fairway. Now, it's not my fault that you guys kicked the sand. Like, the sand has gotten completely out of control. That was not perfect. That was not perfect. All right. I'm gonna go play that hole again. Let's practice that hole one time. That is not. What in the shit just happened on that hole? I hit that island right here. So I was trying to be in front right here. I didn't want to get on the ski jump. I wanted to hit right here in front of it, and the wind was blowing in this direction. And we had what, it was like 6.3, and we had like maybe 2 of it. You know, figuring if it was due head, we'd have 6.3 against this, and if it was at 45, we'd have 3.1. And we're kind of at the quarter, maybe round 2, and it pushed me. Shit, I hit back here. That is amazing. Amazing. And not in a good way. What hole was that? That was hole number 6. Let's go look at hole number 6. Because it's always nice to have some way in your bag where you don't have to bring out a 5 power ball. Back. Practice hole number 6. The par 4. I really don't want to have to bring out a big power ball on this, but I think a 5 power ball is probably the answer. On days like today where there's very little, or you may not have to do a lot with a 5 power ball. I bought some of those 2700 power balls, but Playdemic said we couldn't use them in the majors. You guys didn't buy any of the 2700 power balls? Now, if we have a tailwind, we're definitely going to be able to use that wind. So this is not... it'll be so much easier on a tailwind day. I think that wind, without any overpower, will carry him over. They had about mid overpower. Let's see how far they clear that by. A mile. The good news is they were able to do that with a katana. But there is no way that shit's going to work on a headwind day. I just can't believe that from this spot right here, that is 3.5 rings. And that wind pushed me back so that I hit right here. That's amazing. I mean, and in this situation, if we had this kind of wind, we probably could use a katana. 7.5. I'm going to do a whole ring set. And then I'm going to do one ring. That's a 20%. Let's see if that overshoots it. Yeah, that did overshoot it. I hit the freaking ski ramp. That overshot it about a freaking ring set. That is, go back and look at that hit. That hit on the ski ramp. So we got the rough here. We had the area that I was trying to hit, and then we got the ski ramp, and I was like right here, and I hit on the tip of the ski ramp. That's how much that carried me forward. I mean, it was like double. So instead of a 5.6 wind, it was actually an 11.2. And you can see how my opponent can get a run down there on the bottom of the cup. Where they don't have to involve that hill, they get a little bit better shot from that angle where it's flat. And this green has definitely been redesigned. Thorn, there's Max. Jesus, there's man. Max, I'm eking mid. I don't think I have enough to do a rough bump. No. I'm in mid club, mid thorn, 2.5. 2 rings. Aw. Not only was that one ring off, but that was like 2 rings off where it ended up. So I just did a straight up adjustment. I was at mid club. The wind divided by 2.5. Yeah, it's probably 2.4 with that ball. I was still way off. In the hole. All right. I still don't know how I'm going to play that. I think the deal is, if nothing else, at least on the weekend round, bringing out a bigger power ball just to increase the odds that you can get over there in the spot. The deal is that you need to be in that spot that I was in with the right club so that you can work out the wind adjustment, because there is definitely some adjustment to that cup. It seemed like in the past we were actually taking a little bit of wind off, but I'm not so sure right there. I did a straight up and I didn't pull it enough. All right. Let's get the hell out of that and go back to the qualification. Hole number 7. There we go. That makes sense. Hole number 7. The last of the par 3s. All right. I'm going to start with a 30% adjustment here, and I think we can just use a Quasar and a Sniper, I think. Maybe a bigger club. Maybe. If I need it. Here, I'm going to take my number 2 bag just in case I do need a bigger club. Then we got it all covered. We got the right bag no matter what. I haven't played this. Some of these holes have been so redesigned that, like this hole right here, I haven't I don't know that I played this hole very much from the Pro Tees, if ever. Somewhere on this course there's a mountain that's just a little short of Mount Everest, and the dirt that they used to build up that mountain was what they took away from the racetracks. This side right here where my opponent's hitting, that side was twice as big and steep in the past, so when they took all that dirt out to redesign the course, they had to put it somewhere. That in the business is what we call no bueno. The rock is on fire. Six, 4. I'm at minimum rock, which is 1.3. So I'm just going to do 6-4. Let's push that wind out. It might be easier. If I can get the shot off in time. Oh, fuck. I said that and I looked away. So I have no idea how close that was. That was 75,000 rings great on the inside. So I have no idea if it would have bounced out. It's on a hillside where it's bouncing out there, so you don't know if you hit it great to the left or right. It's rough. No dice. Put the ball to win. I pissed my opponent off. They're like, dude. Par. Ah, they still got their par. They were going to get a par. They got their par. And I missed my 2 putts, so I am down. They won a chest. I'm giving back to the community. They didn't get the thing, but they still got a chest. So they won something. They're winners. Hole number 8. All right, this hole has been this. I will be quite fucking honest with you that I don't even remember what the original hole looked like, because when they redesigned this one, they completely redesigned it, and I don't even remember what the first one looked like, and now they've completely redesigned it again. There was an area where the green was like right here in the last iteration, and there was like a little finger right here that you try and get up on the green. Now the green's been moved over, and we've got some obstructions in our path. That freaking sand and that the triple. This is triple rough. Second, first. Coming through this area right here, just trying to put it in front, was what I did in Ricky. I wasn't trying to get greedy and go for the cup. We'll see. We'll see what we can do in pro. I really don't have any freaking clue, like how far we can get down there. If we can get down there far enough where I could maybe bring out the extra mile and just run the topspin over. I'm not so much interested in trying to go for home. I just want to get on the green side where we have a short chip. I'd really like less than a mid-length chip. You still got work to do, but that is work that can get done. Closer is always better. Good luck to you too, bro. Let's check our opponent out. We got the same trophy count. 126 hole-in-ones and 34 Albies. I'm not sure how many Albies I have on this account. 127 in this one. I think my 77 account, I played a lot more on my 77 account. I'll have to look next time. I hardly ever look at those numbers. And they got that done with a Quasar. I don't know. I'm not sure how that's going to run out, and I don't really have a lot. I can't put any overpower or. Okay, let's think about this. Let's think hard and long before we do that. Let's think about that. I'm going to switch that to a 3-power ball and see what where that puts me. The bounces there, that third bounce was in the rough, and then it's dribbling into the thick rough, and that's not going to work. That's not going to cut it. .7.3 divided by 2.1, 486. Okay, let's switch that ball to a Titan. Let's run all of it through. Man, there's just no simple fucking solution to that. Hitting it perfect. I guess we'll have to do overpower or bring a bigger power ball on this, but this is definitely a hole that's worth bringing out a bigger power ball on, because that's the area that we want to get to, right in there. That's it. And it is storming outside. Storming. In the hole. Putt the ball to draw. Chip the ball to draw. What do you do when it's disappearing? You get up close. That's what you do. And you hit it one ring great. And it goes in. Barely. If your ball guide's appearing and disappearing like that, that's typically not that's not good. Get close, put a couple backspin on it and get up close so that you can get out of that area. Hole number 9. What is hole number 9? How can this be my favorite course and I don't even remember what hole number 9 is? All right. I got no freaking clue. I can tell you that if you're going to hit, I'm not sure if you hit over here now, like there used to be lanes through these trees and you could get to the cup. You had choices. You could go around it, which I'm not sure is still possible because this area up here is different. Or if you can go through the trees. You can go over to this little island right here. Let me tell you something about this little island. My observations in the few times that I've seen it is the island goes like this and it's got this big ass backboard. And the green ends, the fairway ends kind of like this, and then you're in the rough. And a lot of my opponents have hit here, and this is so damn steep that they've expected it to like get up there and then roll back down onto that green area, and it's gotten caught every time up here in the rough. So do not expect it to roll back down from that hill face. If you do get it to roll down from there, count yourself lucky. So if you're going to hit here, try and get it so that it's just on the fairway. Don't rely on that upper part. I think in pro, unless you bring out a bigger ball to get over here, but they've moved these trees slightly. So like before you could come in here, and what you needed, you're going to this area to try and dig down in here to make the swing. The side spin, you got to do all of this with side spin because there's very little room for curl with these trees. In pro, this has got to be a 5 power ball or a max overpower, whatever. Let's go out there and look at it. Let's go look at it. I might take the shot to the left just because I want to see what it looks like behind the trees. The thing I don't like about shooting to the left is that if you screw up your drive, you're in trouble. Big ass trouble. And it's difficult to hit to the left, to get your ball to get to the right spot. It's very easy for it to roll off into the rough. So going over here is probably what everybody's going to be doing. And what you really want is to clip that rough and then take that shot to the cup. But I'm just wondering if you hit over here, like if you want to get to that spot, you're going to have to either use the wind or you're going to have to bring out a bigger power ball. But hitting over here, I'm just curious to know if I hit over here, am I going to get caught up behind the trees? Six, 4. There's 6, 4. I'm going to do 8. Isn't it perfect? Now, if I was going to hit around the trees, I really needed to be farther to the left. But if you're going to go over the trees, and I don't know if there's a spot there anymore. Like that fairway over there might be spectators. I just hit out into the crowd and they're all pissed off at me. Like, hey, dumbass, don't you know that they put this lane right here so that you can hit over here and go to the cup? You're not supposed to hit to the left. Yeah, I think everybody's going to be hitting there. Are you trying to make it all the way over to the other side? I think if you're going to try and get on that island, that rough bump, let's see if my opponent goes for the, hey, I'm going to use that hill face and then it'll bring me back down. That's exactly what they're doing. Everybody I've seen get caught in that has gotten caught in that. It has not rolled back down to the cup or rolled back down to that fairway area. And we do have a shot from here, but they've moved that. This green used to cover this whole freaking area, and the cup was right here. And so here we would have a shot right at it, but now that they've moved it, it is definitely... You either need a bigger ball or a bigger club if you're going to hit over to that side. Five, 4. I'm just going to do 5, 4. Hitting it perfect. See if I can make it through that tree. They put the trees not in play, but they put the signs in play. What kind of shit's that play, Demick? How come you're not putting signs on the trees and it's like, this tree is sponsored by AC Delco? when you just need parts for your car. Think AC Delco. Yeah, it's nice. I will tell you right now, I just got to admit to everybody that I didn't realize I was playing Golf Clash until I saw those signs out there that they put out there that said Golf Clash. I was confused about what game I was playing before then, because we have all those spectators that watch the game and don't actually play. They've never played a single match of Golf Clash, but they watch the tournaments and stuff. You've heard about that, right? Yeah. So we put them out there so that they'll know that they're watching people play Golf Clash. Well, we'll put those signs in play so we can advertise our own game. It's always the stick with Playdemic. They don't ever want to give us the carrot. They want to always give you the stick. I think there's 2 holes on here that we're going to have to get Eagle on, and the rest of them we have opportunities, but I'm thinking 14 is an absolute minimum score, and really if you can pick some shots up there, the other par 4 is a huge variable. All right, there you go. There is a practice round. Well, hopefully they'll knock. Yeah, somebody's going to knock me off. Good. We definitely do not want to qualify with a 7. I've done that before, where I was on a day where I was just out there practicing well, and everybody else in my bracket must have been practicing as well, because I qualified with a 6. Let's not do that today. All right. We've got knocked out already. That's what we're looking for. All right, there you go. There is a practice round with my pro account, just to kind of take a look at the holes to see what we're dealing with. It's one of the reasons. It's always the elephant in the room that nobody talks about. Everybody's like, oh, you should play Masters, or you should play Expert, or you should play this. It's easy to say, hey, you should drive a Ferrari. I don't understand why you don't drive a Maserati or a Lamborghini. I don't understand it. It's a car, and you have a driver's. I don't understand. And then those people will go, well, yeah, well, who the hell can afford a Maserati? Well, who the fuck wants to spend their hard-earned money buying $1,000 worth of ball packs? You think that those people that are playing Masters and are super successful are not spending some serious cheddar? Then you're not. I got some land in Arizona that's oceanfront. I'll sell it to you real cheap. It might be oceanfront at some point, but it can cost a lot. And that's the thing about when you start moving up these ranks, because like right here, I can see 2 or 3 holes out there, if not more, that really bringing out a better ball will greatly enhance your odds on that hole. And so I think at least on the 3 par 4s, and we'll have to really take a hard look at the par 5s to see what ball would be best, but you're going to spend more resources as you go up. And this account doesn't have a lot of resources, so, which is good. I just get to go out there and play, have some fun. All right, thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one. I'm going to play, I might actually try and qualify my 77 account today, just so that I'm going to go back and watch the video that I shot for the scouting report, so I can really write down at least club and have that stuff set. So I'm really kind of working on numbers, the adjustments to the cup. And then when I get done with that one, I'm gonna try and play 3 accounts today. I'm gonna play my 22 account when I get done. I will post them as I shoot them. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one. If you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell, leave a comment. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.